Okay, so I'm going to try and cut a thread in this wing nut that I've made. So I'm going to goo that up a bit. And in my head I was like, I'm sure I've got an M8 tap somewhere. And I've had to dig around quite substantially in order to find this one, which is a bit of a pain in the bum, to be honest. It's quite old, and I don't actually think it's ever been used properly. It may have been used to run holes out in the past. But I'm hoping that this being a bit of mild steel, this is going to cut relatively simply. Every time I videoed myself tapping something as well, I think, on here, I can't remember if that's 100% true, but I've broken a tap. So yeah, exciting times. Okay, so this is where we're at. I've used a couple of, well, I went and got these and then realised that I had to bend some bits up. Real learning curve on this one. But what I went and did was I've taken some little 4mm M4 bolts and basically drilled and tapped the hole here and here, put the bolts through and tightened them up, and then I'm just using a little repair washer and then a nut on this side, and also a repair washer and a nut on this side, just to keep the blade in place. Now I've learnt quite a bit from this project. The first thing is have the blades with you, and the second thing is that the wing nut twists the blade, so I should have punched a square hole in the blade, which is a real pain in the bum, but the wing nut works lovely. I'm glad I went with the 3mm, and I can get tension on it. I'm not going to tell you whether or not it cuts yet. I have tested it, and yeah, so far so good. Also, it doesn't quite line up central with the back of the bar, but it is straight. And I've also ground a little bit of a gap here, and this is where I'm going to glue the mahogany to for the handle. So I'm going to go home now. I'm going to hopefully get this glued this evening so I can finish it off in the morning. But yes, it's been a great little fun project so far, thus far. And real steep learning curve, which I like. So yeah, right, I'm going to start packing up here, head off home, and have my tea and whatnot, and try and glue some mahogany to here. So I've scratched the face of the wood up a little bit, so it's going to just give me a touch more surface area when we come to glue it on. I hope that's going to work, and the same with this ground face. I'm hoping that is going to cause the glue to grip nicely. So you're supposed to wet the surface of the whatever you're using. So I'm going to grab some water out of here. I'm going to wet this. And I'm going to wet this. I'm also going to wet this. And this. Like so. I'm going to take some of the glue. I'm going to do this stuff in. So thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. As you can see, I'm back in the workshop again now with a finished product. I really enjoyed making this. In fact, it's probably one of the nicest things I've made for such a long time. It's satisfying to have a little bit of a challenge and then come out with something that A, works, and B, looks quite good. I think it looks good anyway. So thank you for joining me. Sorry about the woodworking. I'm awful at woodworking. It's not my forte at all. And those nice little bits of mahogany, they are lovely, but I've just ruined them. So I'm very sorry about that bit. And also, you didn't really see me doing much woodworking, so I'm an absolute animal when it comes to wood. So sorry about that. Thank you to Ella for letting me borrow her workshop. That's the woodworking shop. I sort of copied a process video online. Another guy made the hacksaw, but the original idea for the hacksaw was from Quinn. So thank you, Pat, for letting me steal your idea. I don't know whether or not it's his idea. I'm sure he's copied an antique saw of some description and just worked out how to do it. But yeah, thanks guys for lending me. I'll leave links in the description to Pat Quinn's Instagram, and I'll also leave a link to the guy's video at the end of the video that I copied. I think he deserves a bit of a shout out. Yeah, I think that's everything. And the long and short of it is, as blacksmiths, we can make any kinds of tools we like. This is testament to it. As long as you've got the right kit in your workshop, you can pretty much make anything, from hacksaws to belt grinders to your own forge. Once you get going, you're unstoppable. Basically, everything in the workshop you can pretty much make yourself. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you are a subscriber, please ring that bell for notifications, because it'll tell you every time I make a video. And I make videos as often as possible, probably about twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week, and then every now and then I do a live. Chuck the comments down below. Let me know what you thought of the saw. Let me know what you think of... basically let me know what you think of it. It'd be really nice to hear from you guys and girls. I think that's everything. I'll leave a link up here to the video I was talking about earlier on, the guy who made the hacksaw. This is another tool making video. This is my Patreon, great way to support the channel, and this down here is the subscribe button. Thanks guys and girls. See you later. Bye bye.